Hi, I'm Anne McDowell and I'm your Strategic Career Specialist. Welcome to my resume page. Resumes. Okay, we know that it is a hugely competitive market out there at the moment. What you may not know is how competitive. You might be applying for a job where you might have 500, 1,000 other people applying for that job. How are you going to know that your resume is going to stand out for the right reasons? How do you even know that your resume is going to be looked at? If you're applying online, unless you've got specific keywords in your actual resume, human eyes don't even get to look at it because the actual computer package determines whether you actually get ranked at the top or the bottom. And that's because of the content of the information in your resume. It's a lot different to how it used to be in the past. When people looking at resumes, they didn't really matter too much. It didn't matter too much to them about presentation and how the information was actually written. It's very different now. I've had 4 years experience in a coal mine doing recruitment, and I've also had 12 months in an executive engineering recruitment company doing recruitment as well. We looked at presentation. We looked at the information that was in the resume. We looked at how it was written, whether it was written as a story or whether it was written as factual information that was positively written. If you haven't had your resume professionally looked at or written in the past, you are missing out. And I'm not saying that just to say get your resume done. But if you look at the effort that you've put into your resume, you might think, oh, okay, it's okay, fine, whatever, we'll send it through. The point where you might be going really wrong, is the fact that a resume is the most important marketing document you'll ever own. If your resume is not up to date, if it's not fresh and attractive looking, if it's not written with punchy information, you could be at the bottom of the pile. And no matter how good your skills are, if you don't look good on paper, then you're not going to actually get your toe across the line for an interview. That's where a lot of people are bewildered at the moment, because they say, well, I'm really good at this. This is me to a T. This job has got my name written all over it. But the problem is their resume is so poorly written that they're not even getting a look in, because it's very much about they're competing against other people who have bothered, who have made the investment, who have gone that extra step to have their resume professionally developed so that it stands out to a recruiter. You might think to yourself, oh, well, I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of time or inclination to want to go and get it done. Well, you may not have the money, but there are other options available to you. I have a DIY section here where I offer the same kind of service, but at a lower price point, because you're not dealing one-on-one with me. So there are options. There's a bronze, silver, gold, and coming to me is platinum. But there are other options available to get your resume professionally written and presented. The thing about getting that done is that you need to think of your resume development as an investment, not as a cost. And you think, well, okay, I might be out of work at the moment, cost is tight, money's tight. Well, money's tight everywhere. But the thing is that when you actually go into and do an investment into your resume, into your future, that investment pays off very quickly when you actually get a job. I know of a client that I've had in the Melbourne area who was looking at getting his resume done. He was struggling to get work. He'd been out of work for 6 months. He was really financially strapped to get this resume done, but he bit the bullet and did it. Within a week of sending it out, he had 3 job interview offers. And out of those 3 job interview offers, he went to the interview for the three of them, and he had 2 offers on the table within a week. You've just got to understand that your ability to communicate and sell yourself might not be your best strength. And that's okay. You can't be good at everything. My job is to make you shine on paper. My job is to make you stand out so that you've got this amazing document that go, wow, geez, I sound great on paper. And then you can back that up in an interview by being confident and by being you, and by showing an employer what you can do. So think about when you're looking at getting your resume developed, it's not about the cost. Yes, it does cost an amount of money, but so does going out for dinner, so does going to a sporting event, so does going to the cinema. You might whinge about the cost of the cinema, but you still go. So the thing is, you need to think about your future in a different way. It's no longer, just competing against 10 people. You might be competing against 100 or 1,000. When I was at the recruitment agency, I was dealing with 17 different roles. Each had 150 applicants in them, at least. And they were for highly specialised roles, not generic roles. So that was, as a recruiter, that was 2,500 people that I had to look through. Do you think I spent time on resumes that didn't look good? The information didn't jump out at me? Just give you a bit of an insight too. A recruiter in a recruitment agency will only look at your resume for about 20 seconds. If the information isn't there to jump out at them, it's put in the bin. Okay? Don't miss out. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're missing out on getting an interview because the information isn't in where it needs to be. So have a think about it. Have a read around on what I can do. If you haven't had a resume before, I've got a solution to that. Cover letters we can do as well to accompany the resume. And in terms of that, if you're still unsure about what I can do for you, send your resume to me and I'll critique it for free. That's a service we offer here. And I tell you the truth. I don't just say, oh, well, it needs doing. I tell you the truth about what is the strength in it and what is the weakness in it. And generally, if I saw a resume that, as a recruiter, if I saw a resume that just came to me that somebody got off the net, I would say that you haven't really put much effort into your career. So have a think about that. And really, if you want to move ahead in your career and your life, you need to invest now and keep investing into that resume until you get to your dream job. Okay? That's what my aim is, to get you to your dream job. So hopefully you'll be able to see something that will help you here, and then you'll take that next step and get your resume professionally written, whether it's by me or using the DIY products that I've got available. Go to the DIY page, have a listen to what I've got to say there, and make up your mind. Okay, lovely to talk to you. Bye.